So a little interesting fact about Okeechobee. This is where I fished, well, a couple things. Fished a bunch of the AAA division tournaments that I fished, you know, when I first got started. The EverStarts back in the day, and then it later on switched to the American Fishing League, and then it was the Costa Series. Now they call it the Toyota Series. All the same events, but I fished a bunch of those here, probably to the tune of 5 or 6 of those events. And my very first ever FLW tour, professional tournament, like tour league, like leveled up kind of tournament, was here on Okeechobee. I finished about 370 out of 150 boats at that tournament. Swim jig that time, that wasn't that big. Just on a swim jig. Well, swimming a jig, because this is actually not a swim jig. This is a David Walker flipping jig. And a lot of people think to swim a jig, you gotta have a swim jig. And the first time that I ever started swimming a jig, I actually was just using just a normal flipping jig. And I just didn't let the jig hit the bottom. And you can do that. If you're in heavier vegetation, sometimes the line tie on some of the swim, like the true swim jigs, does work a little bit more efficiently. But I like a little bit shorter hook. This is gonna sound really silly, but what I found, I actually like a shorter hook. When I'm fishing heavy vegetation like what I am now, it just seems to come through a lot better than like a big long gaff. Finally. Jeez. Oh, you jump, eh? Finally, a freaking bite. I knowed you'd be in there. I knowed there'd be one in there. He's just a little buck bass, but he's just a little buck. I don't know, that's probably 1 3/4 pounds. Definitely bigger than a 1 pounder, but not that big. Well, this looks a lot better. Notice a little overcast today. It's usually like not ideal here, not because it really just makes the fish not bite in Florida when it's cloudy, which, you know, really you do kind of want it sunny, but you can't see. You fish in shallow water like this, I like to be able to see like all the little holes in the grass. I like to be able to see, you know, I need to be able to see when the water, see where the grass line ends, see where there's beds, and when it's overcast, the sun's kind of in and out all day. You can't see quite as well, so you're just a little less efficient, I feel like. That must be a good one. That's a big one. It's not that big, but it's a pretty decent one. Uh-oh, I hit my trolling one. I knew it had to be one somewhere right around in here. Caught that one on the GP Finesse. Just throwing a wacky rig over the top of this like hay grass looking stuff. I can see that fish come up and like I could see him come up and boil on the worm when I threw it in there. Jeez, he wasn't getting off. I could have caught this fish on a paper clip. This is really not a good explanation of how well the GP finesse works on a wacky rig. Yikes. There we go. Still a nice little fish though. Really pretty one. Really nice and dark. Hey guys, so a couple things here I want to tell you about housekeeping. All right, keep the house clean. You ever do that? Keep your house, probably don't keep your house clean, but look, I want to tell you about something. I got some new hats in on shopblat.com. I'm wearing one right now. It's the new, we call them the dad caps. I call them good buddy caps. Just a normal, just like, it's got not a snap in the back, but whatever you call those, like a little brass buckle. It's a very simple hat that you can wear out like with some with a polo and some jeans. Go out with your good one at night. Just a little bit cleaner look than the traditional trucker caps. We're gonna get the camo trucker caps back in too. So just want to let you guys know about that. So check it out. I'll leave a link in the description box. Shopblat.com. Go check out. We got a couple new colors: charcoal gray. We got black, navy blue, and a khaki color. So 4 or 5 new colors for you guys to check out at shopblat.com. Get your dad caps. This area it's got to be something different here. Bottom composition. You see how the reeds are real spotty and it just opens up all of a sudden? I've been going through the reeds all back through there, and then all of a sudden I got to this area and it just opens up. That probably means the bottom composition change. It's probably real rocky here. I noticed there was some eelgrass around too, so I'm first thing I'm gonna do is get up here and flip these reeds in front of me. Then there's some eelgrass back here closer to the bank. It's closer to the bank, but it's still way offshore. I'm gonna fish that eelgrass some too. Those fish have got to be around here somewhere. I just got to figure out where exactly they might be. There he is. There he is. There he is. That was on that. All right. Got him on that spear point. It's a good fish. I knew it had to have been something right down through this area. That's a probably 1 3/4, 2 pounder. But this area is perfect. This is what I love about fishing in Florida. So if you look on my map right here, you can see this little canal that I followed in. I should be able to go all the way in this back area back here. Well, I can't do that because everything just shifts around so much with the weather, with the hurricanes and so forth. I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at. Now, if you look at the map, you'll see there's a canal. I just went through the canal and I should be able to go in this big open bay back here. Well, look at it. Here it is right now. This is this big open bay that you see right here. I can't go in any of it. It's just a wall of vegetation. And so that's what you deal with here in Florida. That's the way it is. That's the way you're always going to have areas shifting around. So just because it looks like you can access the area on a map, you can't always get there. You got to go there and actually physically see if there's a way to get to a big open bay like this. Uh-oh. 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 A little bit of a head shaker right there, y'all. A little bit of a head shaker. Head shaker. Head shaker. He ain't no head shaker. He's not big, but sat down on him, I was like, oh gosh. Oh gee golly, you know. He made me get that northern accent. I was like, oh, you know, eh? He's not that big. But I think he tried to swallow it in one gulp. Yikes. Not bad at all. So dark. Oh man, maybe he's a little bigger than I thought he was. He's a little bigger than I thought he was. Okay. Okay. He's a 3-pounder. He's a 3-pounder. Come here, you're a 3-pounder. Meet me, I am Brian. Come talk to me. I'm gonna sit down. Come into my office. Come right here. Come right here. Oh, have a seat. Let's talk about how beautiful you are, how big and fat you are. Yikes, you're fat. We've got to talk about your diet. Are you on the keto or the Daniel fast? How did you get so fat? Because right now you are obese, morbid. Well, a little change in vegetation did the trick, I guess. It's still simple. It's like the fishing is still simple as like it always is, but it is definitely hard to find an area that has put me a little dive. The area that has some fish right now. I think what I need to do is just kind of ride around. Jeez, he's chunky. Wowzers. That area right there was good. God dang, you hear that drag? That's a good one, cuz. Oh, no, he ain't that big, but he about 3 pounds. Oh, you jump, eh? Look at that's a good one, cuz. Yikes. Wowzers. God, that's a good one. He was a little bigger than I thought he would. That's a... No. He's about 3 pounds, 3.5. Yeah, you need them types. I knew it had to have been some right down through this area. What's up? I done caught about 4 in here. They're all free spawners. They're nice and fat. Sometimes you don't need to say nothing when you catch one. You don't see that too often on YouTube, I bet. You definitely don't see it on my channel too much.